Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to this edition of Real Talk here on Shelbyville Now. It is November 6th, 2025, Thursday. And Bo, today is the anniversary of the last year's election, the day Donald Trump was elected.
That's exactly
the
right.
night that he was elected,
The night.
a landslide victory over Kamala Harris.
Yes,
and here we are a year later, and I'm still wondering when's all the good stuff going to happen. And I don't think that we have a lot of good things happening right now.
We do, but we've got to go through some bad a lot of times and hurt before we get to the good. There's a lot of bad. I know. We could go all day long on the bad, but we can have hope in the good, and we can hope that some of these days, these struggling days, will lead to better days.
It's going to be it's a cycle we're in. It's always a cycle, and I really don't think the president or Congress or anybody has anything to do with it. It's basically us as a people.
We the people
where we're at. And, they're out of control. Yeah, they're blowing money. They're running up debt. It's going to create us financial hazard, but there's nothing we can do about it but sit and watch, Bo.
Yeah,
that's where we're at.
I can take care of our
own. On
a
local note, we're not going to get into national politics, but I just would throw that out there and let everybody know that it is the anniversary of last year's election. Grindstone Cowboy is getting ready to officially open. What, Saturday?
Saturday, they're going to have a big day Saturday. I was at the soft opening on Tuesday. I got to eat a
How do you
lunch
get to
there.
go to a soft opening?
You show up. They just had it open.
Soft. Well, what made
a
it
soft opening? And I learned this. It's kind of like
practice.
It's practice. And there were some mess ups. There were things that were little not cooked to the chef's standards that were sent back, that the chef sent back. He said, no, this ain't how we do it this way. They were getting it good. Hey, we didn't have any problems. Just the normal. They had such a packed house that it was really amazing how a new staff could actually navigate so well.
Yeah.
But they had the soft opening. It was a success. And then the next day, which was Wednesday, yesterday, they had the grand opening.
Yeah.
So that was the big, that's the big show, and where everybody speaks and thank you. So it was a celebration, man.
Ribbon cutting and all that.
Yes,
stuff.
I'm happy for Shelbyville, and I'm looking forward to an opportunity to a start of a new day on the riverfront scene there. I think it's got a lot of hope, and I hope
all right. So get there. Where are all these tourists? I mean, we keep talking about tourism and all that.
Yeah, well,
is this a tourist attraction?
Well, it could be.
Who's touring?
It could be.
Are you touring?
It's usually just I'm a tourist.
You're a tourist.
I'm a tourist.
Okay.
I'm a local tourist, but no, there are a lot of people from Eagleville that have a following of the grind.
All right, they'll be coming up here to watch.
Well, they were down there at the soft opening.
I don't know what happened just right then, but we don't want that to happen again. We're trying to play the Tennessee Weather Channel here, Southern Tennessee Weather Channel, which I love, and Elvis really likes it. He was watching the weather here.
It was Elvis.
It just turned off.
Well, when you turn him around, he changed the channel. That's what it is.
I don't know.
This is Real Talk, and we really have real things go on Real Talk.
I'm going to try it one more time here. This is Elijah Kirby's channel. I know a lot of you guys follow him. I don't know what just happened.
Well,
it's not playing for some reason.
It's wanting to, but it's not, and it's who knows. It's
all right. And there we are. Well, it's probably going to kick off again.
But
I think it might have shut down.
You talk about tourists, but I think that it will be a local-based tourist, people from Lewisburg.
So we can't really call them tourists. It's just going to be visitors.
It depends on your definition of tourism.
I mean, anybody driving through that spends 30 cents is a tourist based on some people around.
Here's what I would say: if I lived out of town and I came to that place and I saw the on the river and the atmosphere, I would want to come back. I mean, it is a neat place that
I'm not talking about that. It's going to be pretty awesome.
But overall, the tourists.
I'm just wondering about tourism.
No, I'm worrying about tourism.
I mean, what are they?
I'm wondering about it, but I think without something, then you have no tourism. I think we've got natural things like the river. We've got the walking horse show that has been here for years and years.
Right.
We've got certain
things.
So
all those are tourist attractions.
Yeah. It's a screensaver somehow or something.
I don't know.
It worked great the other day.
I don't know what's going on.
We're trying to inform the people of the weather, and it won't let us. It's technology.
I don't know. But anyway, on the tourism thing, we do have that opening up, and it's going to be something new.
Yes.
I'm just wondering, did the city ever vote to close that road off? Since they closed the road off, I just wonder if they ever decided to vote on it.
It's about to come up. I know that the study sessions tonight, they'll probably finalize some things on that, but it's closed right now. That you can't get a car through there because of the.
Oh,
the
I know.
pylon.
You got like this
Yeah.
post,
Yeah.
concrete
It's
in
there.
concrete in the ground.
But it's going to happen soon. I would say and I've said it before. It's a little bit backwards. It's cart before the horse. But hopefully they'll get it. All the legal.
Yeah.
T's crossed and the I's dotted.
I'm going to try this one more time here, Bo. We're going to see if this thing will work. There we are.
There we are.
All right.
Back again.
So that's something exciting happening here in Bedford County, and people
exciting.
need to get out and support.
They need to support it.
And also,
I would just want to say that on Saturday, it's going to be open at 7 a.m., but the live music starts at, I believe, 4 p.m. and will go through the evening there. I think 8 p.m. or I don't know if they'll go.
So here's
later.
my question. Let's say I want to go up there and eat breakfast one morning. Are they going to be open like the whole week?
Yeah. Yes. As far as I know, I don't think Sundays.
Sundays is off.
I think Sunday's off, but through the week, it's a 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. And
so it's closed at night?
It's closed at night. Currently, that's how they're gonna work. Now they're starting. They've got to start somewhere, and who knows where they might.
How do they do it in Eagleville? Do you know their schedule?
I do not.
Well, I'd like to. I mean, if you're going to have, I guess they'll fill it out and see how it works.
I think they're depending on the morning crowd and the lunch crowd to do what they need. But I'm sure they're going to have to make changes down the road. They know it. They're business owners.
They'll know what work.
Yeah, that's right.
And I think it's being the venue of some local talent, maybe.
Yeah. And it's some local talent and some
Nashville talent.
Yeah. I think. I mean, he's got a connection all around Nashville. Yeah.
That's good. I guess the other thing we need to talk about, since we do have the weather up here, is some cold weather coming in Sunday night, Bo. From what I understand, after the storms pass through the weekend, Sunday morning and Sunday afternoon, and then Monday morning and Monday afternoon and Tuesday morning, we're going to have a cold snap, coldest temperatures of the year, down in the low 20s, highs around 40, I think, on Monday.
Yeah, that's going to feel really cold.
And then back up in the mid 40s to upper 40s on Tuesday. Y'all stay tuned to Southern Middle Tennessee weather. He will keep us up to date on what's going on there. And there's a chance now. He put out this morning, there's a chance we might see a flurry.
He didn't say
Sunday late night.
Well, the milk and the bread might just disappear if he says snow. I will say and remind folks that with that first cold snap, that'll bring the bugs. A lot of the bugs will be gone if they're not already. The ladybugs will stay. And also, if you do have a house that's on a crawl space foundation, make sure to close your vents.
Yeah.
And keep that air sealed up for the winter weather.
And one thing too, I won't get Matt Doak on here to talk about this. We hadn't got into winter yet, but since we're having this cold snap, if you're using a space heater, make sure it's ventilated properly if it uses some sort of fuel.
Yes.
And if it's electric, make sure it's away from something that could catch on fire. You got to have some clearance around it. And the ventilation is very important. You don't want to get carbon monoxide poison off of some sort of fuel that's burning.
That's exactly
so if you're
right.
going to, and also pets, if you have pets outside, you want to make sure to take care of them because it's going to be cool enough to where it could affect them down in the low 20s.
Absolutely.
So also, if you have plants, you'll want to get those in too. Okay, John Hart just posted the Eagleville, Tennessee Grindstone. Thursday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., Friday 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Closed Monday, Sunday closed. Monday 7 a.m. to 3, 7 a.m. to 3, might differ, okay, and then Wednesday 7 a.m. So it looks like 7 to 3, like you were talking about.
Yeah, and thank you, John. If there's few people you can depend on this world, you can always depend on John Hart, but he's going to come through. He's going to come through. But thank you. It's a small town hours, I would say. Yeah. I would love to see some I guess, supper hours, you want to say, but we do have the Glass Hollow across the road, right? And I don't know, maybe I understand that
you got coffee break up there.
You've got coffee. Well,
you got
but
a lot.
I was talking about for supper,
right?
And I think that the Glass Hollow they do serve supper.
What about Pope? So they do.
They do evening
Pope
as well.
Okay, you got Bocelli. You got a pretty good little selection going on up there.
I didn't mean to leave those littles out.
I
focused on that corner there.
Yeah, and then having them, that kind of caps it off.
Shovel pizza, and that'll bring retail. We've got a candy shop that's open a little later. I'm looking forward to what's going on.
That popcorn stand.
Yeah, well, we
I'm glad it's up there.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk to Warren about that.
All right, so I wanted to change gears a little bit and talk about something that I heard, but I saw something on Facebook this week, which is that dreaded social media thing. It's got to be a lie. I mean, and it was just people talking about, and the question was posed on traffic in town.
Mm-hmm.
What is the worst intersection in the city of Shelbyville for traffic?
Yeah.
And everybody had a different post, but a lot of people were talking about two intersections. Okay, in town. I want to get everybody's opinion on this that's watching. What is the worst intersection in town for traffic? And I think it depends a lot on the time of day. But number one was Colorado Boulevard
in North Main.
And then 231 41A intersection down here at Kentucky Fried Chicken. Those are the two areas that came out as the top winner. And I would throw another one out too at the end of the day is Elm Street, Cannon Boulevard.
If you hadn't been down that way at about
Lane Parkway,
or
Colorado, where it comes together.
There. Yeah, it might be turned into Union there. I'm not sure, but it's right in through there, and that right there, it backs all the way up past Food Line. It's in that area. There's a lot of new development out that way. Let's not forget, and there's a lot of traffic going.
Yeah, now I've seen something happen, Bo, at that intersection at Colorado, where Colorado comes right into Lane Parkway and Elm Street intersects and turns into Union Street.
Yes,
right there at the market and the liquor store, Moon and Taylor there. Okay, if you are coming from Colorado Boulevard and you're going to go on the Lane Parkway and you get in the lane and drive straight, you're going to hit that light pole.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they're offset.
They are.
And you have to be careful because when you go, the car next to you sometimes does not pull over. So if you're new to the area, be careful at that intersection. Coming the other way, you're going to run right up in that field if you stay in that right-hand lane going up onto Colorado Boulevard.
Very true. That's very wise words. I've had that happen to where, for whatever reason, the driver beside me didn't kind of line up. He just kept going straight. And if you go straight, you'll be in the middle of the other lane.
Yeah, well, people from out of town come here. What's going on? I'm going to hit this pole if I stay in this lane.
Yeah, it's something.
Or I'm going to go into that field if I stay in this lane. It's like off-center.
Yeah, it is. It is off-center.
I just wonder if there's any way that we could reconfigure that.
I think that there could be. I would think. I'm sure that
we draw some lines across there.
Something to say, hey, this way,
go this way, go this way, lane shift or something.
But that is, and then on public opinion there, on those are a lot of opinions and everything. And then there's, there if you want the statistics, which ones have the most wrecks? There's a lot of ways.
I can tell you where you're gonna have some wrecks if something ain't fixed. But when you know the place I'm talking about.
Where's that?
Right up here by L&M Awards.
Oh, yes.
I can't. Was it Thompson's? It's not
Whitthorne.
Whitthorne.
Yes.
Where Whitthorne and the old Taco Bell.
Yes.
Right by it. That traffic light coming on to Madison Street. If you are not, sometimes it just doesn't even change.
Yeah.
You sit there all day long.
I've sat there for a long time.
Okay. And then sometimes when it does change, you better be easing out and watching because people will not stop there for some reason.
It's I don't know if it's a blind spot or for whatever reason. It happens. I've been here my whole life and I've seen it happen multiple times. And if you hit that green, if it's green while you're coming that way, you see a lot of speed people trying to beat it.
I know it. And if you ease out there, you're gonna get your bumper clipped
and it's kind of a blind area. But there are several areas I could think of off the top of my head that are dangerous to pull out. Either in the city or the county.
Okay.
And like look at Kingery Road right there at where you pull out. It's a blind spot. There's a place on Kingery Road, and I'm losing the name of the other road there. I think Cliffview. Yeah. And there's been a lot of accidents there, and you have to really look. But that's where we come in with awareness and slow and speed.
Well, what's the answer, Bo, to our traffic problems that we have right now? Because some of these traffic lights back right up into the other.
Yeah.
I saw the other day the traffic light down where you turn right to go around by the Shelbyville Inn, right there right before you get to the post office. That traffic light will back all the way up to the Kentucky Fried Chicken.
It will,
and it'll
block the box. You call that the box.
And then the dumbest traffic light in the history of the world is right next to the dinner table.
Yeah,
and it's like 100 yards or less from the traffic light.
When that one first came in,
are you kidding me?
I ran that accidentally all the time because it used to be just a train track you went over. Now I believe that was put for Tyson. There's a lot of
for the trucks to get out
at 3:00 and at 7. There were certain times where it was needed and it would back up, but
we ain't got nobody going back in there now. We got still the big trucks, but you could go down. You can go down Lane Parkway and cut through that way and just block that road
Yeah.
off. I don't know, but
they've tried several things. You know, they
like
cut off some roads.
room for
closed.
2 cars,
Yeah.
and then you're backed up into the other.
Yeah.
It's just all messed up.
It is. You know, but we've got to slow
So,
down.
but with that situation, when the traffic gets bad, it's just a disaster. But what are we going to do, Bo, as far as handling our traffic as it keeps getting full? The place keeps filling up.
Well, we know that old word infrastructure, and that's a part of it.
That's part of infrastructure.
And if our population, if you have a growing population and a non-changing infrastructure, you're eventually going to have problems. That's where we're at. And we're talking about infrastructure and roads and everything, but then that curls down to police, to everything else. And I would just like to say something about the police. I've noticed a really good presence on traffic with the county and the city, but I've seen the county and the county officers in the city, looking like being a presence, not necessarily radar traffic. I think that's good. I think that's healthy on roads to know that, well, there's a police officer there. And I think that's something that I hadn't seen in several years.
Well, I don't think there's enough of them.
No, I don't. And that's a
problem
we've hit
time and
time again.
I think if you talk to our county sheriff's department, you know, 4 officers in one shift, it's just not enough to cover
whatever it is. It's limited to what we got. And if that was one of the things where I had a magic thing and said, what does the county need? We need more officers out there, and they know it, and they would want that help. I mean, they're having to respond all over the county there, but you know what? There are having a presence in areas where I hadn't noticed in the past, and I like that.
I would like to know, maybe this is something we need to look into. How many actual patrol cars do we have at any given? That we have on our roster, and at any given time, what's the most that are on patrol?
Yeah, and I think that they probably have those numbers, and maybe they don't release them because maybe people will try to exploit stuff like that and say, well, you know, that we don't want to tell them how many officers we got. You know, they want them to think they're full the whole time. I know
there's 4 or 5 out. Everybody knows that.
Well, yeah, they might, but I know we get assistance from other counties too. The city will actually go. There's some cooperation going on there when they're stretched to their max. I know there, but yeah. That I just wanted to say that as a side. They're being seen, and I think that's
not a bad thing.
No.
I want to talk about one other thing, Bo, and we're going to get into this a little bit more. But I heard somebody talking about and really downgrading social media, and I've heard people talk about social media like it's trash. Social media is just so people will understand what social media is. I'm going to illustrate it this way. Social media is not something that generates things. It's just a platform that sits there, kind of like this blank sheet of paper I got right here, Bo. That's a blank sheet of paper. I also would compare it to the bulletin board at school back when we grew up, and they had a bulletin board, and the principal could post things on it, and the teachers could post things on it. Well, social media is nothing more than a bulletin board.
That's exactly what
Whether
it is.
It's Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is, there's a way for people to put stuff on it, just like a bulletin board.
There's good information and there's some bad information.
It depends on the person that's putting it up there.
That's right. But
I heard somebody criticize, and they want to label it misinformation that's on Facebook. Yeah, there's a lot of things that are lies. Okay, I'm just going to call it what it is.
The reason why it's misinformation to whoever said that is because they want to control the information.
Right. What the definition was actually is if I didn't post it, it's misinformation. Okay, all right. Okay. You got to come to me for the truth. And that's basically what he said.
No, I'm wrong every day.
All right. So social media is not a bad thing. It's just a tool that we can all use, that the public can use.
It is.
And Shelbyville now is not social media. Shelbyville now is a website and a media organization that tries to deliver the truth to the people because it's been withheld for so long.
It's a website that was created that
it's a media.
It's a media outlet, but they so happen to use Facebook. I think you've got presence on Twitter and other.
No, Twitter's we don't do much on Twitter.
But the most presence.
Everybody is on Facebook.
Yeah,
let's get.
That's where people get lost because they look at Facebook too much, and then they all of a sudden they think Shelbyville now is Facebook.
If you're a business in this town or anywhere in the world and you don't have a Facebook page,
Yeah.
you're pretty much
Yeah.
out of the loop
Yeah.
on everything. Okay. So everybody's got Facebook because that's where everybody goes.
Yeah.
Now, Shelbyville Now is a website and a media outlet, and we use and deliver our information. Let's see, there's a Skinny McLean. I know you're talking about town, but the most dangerous intersection in the county right now is 231 Highway 82. Amen. I live in sight and see several wrecks a week. Even after we've got a traffic light up, it's still a debacle. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
But back to the social media thing. Social media is merely an outlet. It's just like a piece of paper, and you put stuff on it and you pass it out. Okay.
Yes.
Well, you can do it that way, or you can just go, boop, there it is.
And on the other hand, you can look at it or you can choose not to.
Yeah.
And if you look at it, you don't have to believe anything you see in all these. You can vet it yourself. But as for Shelbyville Now, it's not, this is an opinion show right here, you could say.
This is opinion,
but that's about all you get. We just put it there and here it is.
On Wednesday, on the weekends, when we have the weekend wrap up, Josh has got everything documented, brings the receipts with him. Okay.
Yes.
And I will comment on it.
Right.
Okay. And it just drives people crazy to even question or comment on anything that's done by the establishment.
Yes.
Okay.
I would agree with that.
I don't disagree with everything the establishment does, but history proves that the establishment wants to control the narrative.
Well, yes.
The narrative is whatever we want you to know.
Yes. By definition, they want to establish.
And that's the way it is. That's the way it is nationwide,
yes,
across the world, and it comes right down here to Main Street.
And that's where the citizens get lost. That's where they fall through the cracks, is because they're singled out, and
and
there's only one voice you need to hear, and that's not true.
That's right. You need to ask questions, because if you ask questions and it ruffles feathers, you're over the target.
Yes, it does.
Okay, so I think that people need to start asking more questions and have open dialogue like what is available to on social media, because it's healthy.
It is.
Even though somebody might tell a lie somewhere or put an opinion out, it's kind of like we live in America.
Yeah, and you know what? Some people just don't know, and that's a chance to inform. If someone makes a bad analysis or bad remark, you can correct them, and then you can find out if they're a bot or somebody or not, because then they'll either say, oh, I didn't know it, or you won't hear anything else.
Yeah, and it's hard for people to deny things that they said when it's recorded on video. I mean, there it is.
I know every day. Yeah.
I mean, all right. So you look at, we're live streaming all our county meetings, all our city meetings, and used to, I didn't say that. Well, there's no proof. Now there's proof.
There's proof.
It's there. It is. So,
yes,
I know it makes people nervous.
It does.
That have always controlled the narrative, because the narrative is outside of the box.
It does make people uncomfortable, when their word is getting out to the one and all. And I think that if you're in a position like that, then you should be comfortable with every word that comes out of your mouth.
And the word transparency, everybody laughs about it. But it's pretty transparent these days, except those things that don't happen on camera and those things that still happen behind closed doors that are sneaky.
That's right.
It's happening everywhere.
It is.
It happens everywhere.
I mean,
but
the human
I
element.
do encourage people to engage.
Yes.
Keep the conversation
ask
going.
Questions.
Ask questions.
You don't have to agitate, but you can ask questions.
Social media, Facebook, is a good place to converse with people.
That's right.
We love having people come on and give their opinions.
That's right.
That's why we have chat.
That's right.
So people can chime in and we can hear about this intersection.
And
we can have John Hart come up here.
Yeah. To correct
the truth always holds up to scrutiny. Absolutely, Allie. And
Amen.
Some people say, well, that's my truth. No, there's the truth, and then there's the lies.
And then there's the lies. There's
but
opinions.
I'm so sick of hearing the term misinformation. If you're gonna say a lie, just call it a lie.
Yes.
Come around. Don't say misinformation.
No, but
it's
just
came. When that showed up during COVID.
Oh yeah,
that's when everybody started using the term misinformation or disinformation. I'm so sick of hearing that term.
Oh, you don't even bring up COVID.
If you're gonna call somebody a liar, call them a liar.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Don't sugarcoat.
That's right.
Call it like it is.
All right. Well, Bo, we need to get out of here. We're going to be back on Saturday morning with the weekend wrap-up show and our sports show. We appreciate everybody watching today. And we're going to have some important topics to talk about. We're going to start looking down the road to election time, 2026. Next, we're going to talk about some things that people need to be on the lookout for locally, in the county, in the city, and in the state as well. Mm-hmm. So we'll be back on Monday. Everybody have a good weekend coming up. And if you're able to go support the Shelbyville Golden Eagles tonight in Antioch, They play Antioch in the first round of the TSSAA playoffs.
Good luck,
and
Eagles.
Also, the community Vikings are playing in a bowl in McMinnville against Warren County, the Nurseryman Bowl.
Is that tonight?
Both of these, I think, are live streaming on. Let's see, one is on YouTube, and I think one of them is on Max Preps. I'm not sure which, but you can go there or
Great.
NFHS Network.
Well, good. Good luck to both of our
yeah.
Bedford County teams represented tonight. Do good out there.